मनोहर, धन्यवाद आपका जुड़ने के लिए. And now viewers, on to news coming in from Kerala. The High Court has held that the absence of an FIR for a scheduled offence does not bar the Enforcement Directorate from initiating investigation proceedings under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. This is of course in connection to the news on the raids at the residence of former Chief Minister and Leader of Opposition Pinarayi Vijayan. Justice T.R. Ravi dismissed a writ petition filed by Cochin Minerals and Rutile Limited and its officials challenging the ED proceedings initiated in connection with the alleged CMRL-Exalogic transactions. The petitioners had contended that the ED could not have registered the ECIR or issued summons under Section 50 of the PMLA in the absence of a scheduled offence and without a valid FIR or complaint related to a predicate offence. Let's go to Belly Thomas. Belly, of course, this is another setback for the CPIM and Pinarayi Vijayan's family. The verdict, the observation that has been made by the High Court in Kerala.
Were carried out yesterday early in the morning was based on a High Court order that has lifted the ban, lifted the stay on the case registered by the Enforcement Directorate officials on an incident of money laundering involving Pinarayi Vijayan's daughter's company Exalogic, wherein her company has gotten funds from a state-run CMRL company to the tune of around 1.72 crores without getting any of their services. So this is the allegation based on which the Enforcement Directorate has registered an ECIR and taken up an investigation which went on to the Kerala High Court. And there was a stay which was brought in by the Kerala government as there was no evidence. We were told. However, there was a special fraud investigation office that was looking into the case, and they independently kind of conducted a probe into the matter and submitted a 160-page report accusing Pinarayi Vijayan's daughter, Veena, along with another managing director and 25 others as accused in that case. And a lot of these people's bank accounts have also been frozen, and the ED is kind of trying to find out from where did that money come into their account. So as the investigation is going on and the special severe fraud investigation office has conducted this investigation, now the court has lifted the ban. So lifted the stay on this ED case, and that is the reason why the officials of the Enforcement Directorate has conducted searches and raids at the residence and 12 other locations linked to the former Chief Minister and the Leader of Opposition, now the Pinarayi Vijayan's house in Thiruvananthapuram. So not only his house, his son-in-law's, Muhammad Riyaz's house in Kannur was also searched, and raids were conducted there. And according to the ED, they have gotten some incriminating documents. They have collected evidence so far. They have also found out some incriminating documents related to fixed deposits and investment schemes is what we have been told. However, the Pinarayi Vijayan family maintains that the ED officials got nothing, and they had to walk out empty-handed after a 7-hour-long searches that were carried out at their houses and other locations linked to him. So this is the kind of situation wherein it has quite turned political now, with the CPIM supporters gathering outside the Pinarayi Vijayan's house and shouting slogans, and it went on to an extent that the crowd had surged and they indulged in violence, wherein now a case has been registered by the museum police, who have booked around 300 people who had gathered in front of Pinarayi Vijayan's house under sections of writing, unlawful assembly, obstructing public servants from discharging duties, and also damaging public property. So this was after a violence occurred wherein the CPIM supporters started garroting the vehicles used by the Enforcement Directorate officials. They surrounded, and some of them even were seen throwing bricks on the car glasses, which broke, and they were literally attacking by hurling slippers and bottles at the central security personnel as well, who were present during the Enforcement Directorate officials' raids that were happening at Pinarayi Vijayan's residence. So what we gather now is that a case has been registered and the police are going through the footage, and they are kind of identifying, zeroing in on the accused people, and they are being arrested one after the other. So these are the entire developments, even involving the High Court's decision on into the matter, and it shouldn't ideally have gone political.
Can you also, in fact, give us details on the protests that are being staged by CPIM across India? In Kerala, they are putting protests in Delhi, then in Chennai. How are those protests moving on?
The CPIM party supporters are seeing this as a political vindication on Pinarayi Vijayan, who has lost elections recently and now is sitting in the opposition in Kerala's assembly. So now what we gather to understand is that the CPIM, who's losing its hold on almost most of the states in the country, has no other choice other than to show their presence like this, or protesting against an incident like this. They even went on to blame the Kerala's Congress, the Congress-led UDF government, where V.D. Satishan has been the chief minister, and he had encouraged the raids that were carried out by the Enforcement Directorate on Pinarayi Vijayan. So further, V.D. Satishan also clarified that the Kerala police were not kept in the loop when the ED was carrying out its raid, and even the Home Minister of Kerala, Ramesh Chennithala, also had clarified, and things were turning political as well. So now this was the chance when the CPIM supporters had taken things into hands. They had organized for a torchlight protest in front of Pinarayi Vijayan's house, not only Pinarayi Vijayan's house, but also in front of Mohammad Riyaz's house in Kannur as well. They kind of mobilized their party workers even in the national capital, Delhi, who were kind of involved in sloganeering against the BJP-led centre, for picking out leaders of opposition and conducting raids on them, using the Enforcement Directorate as their a tool to attack, as a weapon to attack, is what they have been alleging. And today, as we speak, the CPIM workers from Chennai also were seen protesting, and they are kind of mobilizing throughout the country, in all the states where their presence is there, to show their resistance against this kind of targeting of leaders of the Communist Party.
Right. Thank you very much, Belly, for joining me on this. And viewers, now moving ahead to news coming in